he dropped a video on me. Sham Idrees threatened my family, and
Did you threaten his family?
I feel like it was a moment like that, and I didn't even say it directly to him. By the way, there's no conversation. I will delete my YouTube channel if there's a conversation where I'm saying that to Ducky.
Right. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another podcast. Man, we're on a roll. I don't even know where to begin. The comment section killing it. You guys have been asking for a lot of people. And you know what? Me being Rooh, I'm actually fulfilling all of your requests. And honestly, I should pat myself on the back for that. This episode is a little late out of the respect of the first 10 days of Muharram. We're going to be releasing this right after that. But we have a very, very special guest with us today. Before we begin, I hope everybody is well. I know this monkeypox situation is crazy around the world. So hopefully your brothers, your sisters, your mom, your dad, your grandmothers, your kutta, everybody's safe, and just be safe and keep watching this podcast. And make sure you like, subscribe, comment who you want to see next. But this guest that I have today, honestly speaking, has been in this game for so long. And I've known it's not your turn to talk. I don't know why people talk. The master shot has not opened. You don't know who it is. Okay. This guy consistently just dropping videos, consistently trend setting. And honestly, known him since I was 14, 15 years old. And now I'm pretty old. So I would like to introduce Mr. Sham Idrees. Mr. Sham Idrees.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You were one of the most requested guests to be on this podcast. How do you feel about that?
Humbled, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the people that requested it. Thank you for inviting me.
No worries, man. But the thing is, I just had to get you on here.
Oh,
I just had to. And I know your eyes are just looking at me, so I'm kind of scared, but.
So before we start the podcast, do you want me to speak English, Urdu, or mix it up?
Mix it up. मैं Urdu बोलनी है, English बोलनी है, Farsi बोलनी है, anything, Punjabi, Saraiki, everything. We know everything. Okay. I think you guys know everything. But yeah, Mr. Sham, how have you been? How's life?
Life is good, man. Alhamdulillah. Things are looking good. There's always ups and downs, Yeah. But we always get out of it stronger. Yeah. So alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. I know that, let's talk about recent events. I know that you were going through something related to your house.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I know that you came on top of it.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
You want to explain to the audience what was happening and what, I know you've explained it, but just in one go, if you can.
Yeah. So basically, look, a lot of people have invested into crypto as well, including me. I'm not going to say what, because I think a lot of people already know. But
he invested in Dogecoin. That's what he invested in.
But the thing is, one thing I have learned, and it's a learning experience in life. No matter how old you get, you're always learning something new. That's what my dad always says to me, and it's true.
Right.
I always think I'm smarter, but then I'm always smarter than yesterday, because you make a mistake and then you learn from it. As long as you're learning from your mistakes, that's what counts. So with me, I heard the hype, right? Everybody's making money from crypto. See, the thing is, I don't have much experience in crypto.
Right.
So I should have not done what I did. I've always been to real estate. I've always invested into these things because my background is banking.
Yeah.
But listening to other people, I'm like, you know what?
It's a new venture.
I'm gonna double my money like this. Everyone's talking about crypto. They invest, and then in 2-3 days, they're like, a month later, rich, right? But then, unluckily for me, I guess, or I didn't really research. I lost a lot of money.
The recession kind of hit.
Yeah, and I'll tell you the mistake that I did. I didn't just take money out of my savings. Right. Some people have liquid cash, obviously. Alhamdulillah, I have some liquid cash. But then there's some cash that's in your property and could be in your cars. So I took a loan against the house. Thinking,
so refinance the house.
But I did it with a B lender, which means with a shorter date to pay it faster. Right. But I was thinking, you know what? I don't need that much time and I can just pay it off. Right.
The way the market was going.
The way it was going, right. But it didn't work out that way. Right. And obviously when the market started crashing, and I thought, it's okay, things are going to go happen. And then I realized I'm not going to be able to come up with the money because a lot of times when you refinance from a bank and stuff, you're refinancing payments. Your payments are increasing interest rate. But this is different. This is when you get lots of cash, you give it back.
Everything's good.
Everything is good.
Merry around.
In my case, that's why you don't want to go with, I don't want to discourage people to go with B lenders, but sometimes when you need money, because With A lenders, there's a more difficult approval.
Okay.
Right?
A lenders being the banks?
The banks, right?
Right.
You have to kind of get approved on a certain thing, like how much income and all that stuff. A lot of people know, right? How much you want to show and all that stuff. With a B lender,
They'll approve you.
They'll approve you because they're like, okay, worst case scenario, we'll take your house.
And the interest rate is so high.
Yeah. They're like, but in me, interest rate didn't matter because I'm like, I'm going to pay this off in like 2 months, right? But obviously that didn't work out that way. Now, what happens is a lot of people don't know the backstory, which is it's not that I have zero money or no investments. I have money, but a lot of people don't have liquid cash in their hand.
Right.
If you want to sell a foreign property, like you know how
it takes time.
Takes time.
Takes time. Even like your cars takes time.
So then I came up with the money. Unfortunately, obviously, I had to sell a few things. I even sold the car I bought in Pakistan.
Oh, you bought a Helix, right?
About Hilux, yeah.
Hilux.
1 crore की बनी थी वो.
1 crore?
Yeah.
Convert that into
Pakistan में
Canadian.
बहुत expensive चीजें हैं. But
300% foreign tax.
yeah. But unfortunately, I had to sell those things, and sometimes you just have to be strong enough to take a loss and realize that it's okay. I made a mistake.
Yeah.
Just let's start.
That's true. That's true, man. But like, I'm glad now that you're, alhamdulillah, you're overcome your situation, and glad to be back to your house, right?
And not just that, I did refinance the house now properly once I did that. So
your mortgage payments have gone up.
Yeah.
But
so what I ended up doing is first, obviously, I sold some of the stuff. Then I also borrowed some money from my family members and paid off the B lenders. Then I did it the right way.
Right.
It took some time, but then I also got the money and paid off my family.
Does that scare you though? Does that scare you to like take risks now? To like now when it comes to investing, right? Obviously, you're familiar with real estate and tangible things, right? When you talk about crypto, it's all blockchain and what's going on over there. But even with stocks is basically you're buying a company's, like, I believe in this company, I'll be a part of this company. When you buy a stock, you're actually owning a part of a company. There's a limited amount of stock. If you get over 51%, you're mainly the owner of the company. But if you're under, there's a lot of people that you're usually known as a stakeholder, right?
Yeah.
With crypto, it's not like that. With crypto, it's the hype.
Yeah.
Right. And the hype was happening around 2020, 2021 on TikTok.
Everyone's talking about it.
Everybody was talking about it.
And you have to remember what I've realized in my life is, first thing, you don't borrow to invest.
Right.
Secondly, don't put everything in one basket. We've always been taught this as a kid, but sometimes we just think we're smarter than everyone. We can do this,
Say about it.
So, and finally, always research what you're going to be investing in and feel comfortable about it. With me, I've always felt comfortable with real estate. How it always worked out for me. I've always purchased houses, just kept it for 5 years. Market crashes, it doesn't matter. Long term, I know you always make the money.
Right.
In this case, sure, maybe I would have invested and just waited for 5 years or 10 years for something to come back. But in this case, because it was like a ticking clock. Right. I had to come up with the money. And
do you think, okay, so now I've known you for a long time, and if people, I'm pretty sure the people that are watching, if you've known Sham Idrees' catalog, this guy, he's been making music videos, he's been making short dramas, he's been doing everything, right? When it comes to जब बंदा शुरू करता है, right? जैसे अगर मेरे पास $10,000 हैं, ठीक है? मेरी lifestyle $10,000 की है. Now, if I touch $500,000, अब मेरी lifestyle $500,000, but then when you keep pushing your lifestyle, right? That means payments also go up with it.
Of course.
So now when you are coming on the down and there's no money and you're trying to sustain your lifestyle, that's where the issue comes.
That's when things can get very hard for you.
Right?
Yeah.
So do you believe that everybody should kind of sustain their life, no matter how much money you make?
Yes. The way I've always lived my life is, let's say, if I make $1,000 a month,
right?
There are two kinds of people. One that save 90% of it. One that save nothing. One they're living beyond their means.
Paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
Yeah.
But in my case, I've always believed 30% savings. So 70% I live, because I also like to live our life, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Right. That's why you've seen a lot of cars and houses and this and that, is because I do live my life for today, because अब हम कल यहाँ पर होंगे नहीं होंगे, बैंक अकाउंट बड़े-बड़े पैसे रख के क्या करना है, right? But at the same time, you do have that safety net, which is every month you're actually going into positive. It's not much.
It's not much, but it's
you're
positive.
You're saving. Eventually, that small amount becomes a big amount. You take that money, put it into something.
Fire.
And that's what I've always done. So when people see these cars, they're like, oh, Lamborghini le liya. It's not that I just bought the Lamborghini today. It's probably my 6 years worth of savings and investing that just capitalized into a car today. Right. Which sometimes I think is probably not the best investment because, you know,
I mean, if you want to get into like the taxes side of it, it's like it's good tax write-off, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know? You know what I'm talking about. For people that are like, know how the government works, man, there's a lot of loopholes. Yeah. But now moving on. I actually want to talk. Let's go back.
Oh,
let's go back 10 years, right? Yeah. London to Paris, all these music videos. Now, did you know you were gonna be here? Did you have it financially? Did you know that this was the goal?
No, I mean, let me put it this way. Before I even got into YouTube, I always had the mind of making money. Right. Making money was my passion. Let's put it that way. Right. Because I went to university for business. Like I just wanted to like start.
Oh yeah, you're university graduate too.
Right. So I just wanted to make money. That was my mindset. Yeah. When I was a kid, let me tell you why my mindset was this way. When I was a kid, I still remember outside my house there used to be because I grew up in London, right? There used to be this cart that used to come, and they used to have chaliyan. Chali was like corn.
Okay, yeah.
And then a lot of people love in Pakistan, right? Chali ret wala. But in the UK, you can't find many people. So that cart guy used to come outside after school, and he would put like the lemon and the London, yeah, outside our school because it's a Hounslow area, very desi oriented. Okay. So this guy used to come, and my brothers, you know, mashallah, I come from a big family. We're 6 brothers. I'm the youngest. So, and 1 younger sister. So I started realizing every single time I'd have that chali and, you know, I'd come home, my bhai would be like, oh, ye kahan se liya? Because milti nahi hai yahan pe. So I was like, okay, you guys want it? So I started making a profit. I would get it for
अपने भाइयों से ही पैसे निकाले. वाह.
आप बिजनेस घर में शुरू कर
घर में शुरू किया बिजनेस.
2 पाउंड 2 पाउंड की मैं लेके था छल्ली, उनको 4 की बेचता था.
ये तो 50% मार्कअप हो गया. 100% हो गया. सॉरी.
So I started realizing यार ये तो बड़ा अच्छा है. So मैं हर स्कूल के बाद मैं ऑर्डर्स पहले से लेता था. आप लोगों को क्या क्या चाहिए, छल्ली में क्या है, कौन सी, लाइक जिसे आप कस्टमाइज करते हैं. Then we started doing it. Then I realized कि यार ये तो बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है घर के अंदर ही. फिर मैंने कहा मैं घर में क्यों ना इसको बॉयल करके बनाऊं. So I started doing that. It failed. But to me that's like starting a business.
उसके हाथ की जो छल्ली
है, उसके हाथ की छल्ली है. But लेकिन मैंने ये रिदम कर लिया था कि अच्छा यहाँ से छल्ली. और अब देखो बिजनेस लॉस भी तो हो सकता है ना. ऐसा ना हो कि आप 5 छलियाँ ले लो, घर लेके जाओ, उतने तो पैसे थे नहीं एज अ किड, राइट. एंड देन अगर वो खरीदे ही नहीं तो अब मैं प्री ऑर्डर लेता था. यू नो किस किस को चाहिए आप डिपॉजिट दो
फिर जाके
ये बड़ा बिजनेस था. लाइक लिटिल रिसीट्स
स्प्रेडशीट बन रही है.
But my brothers, because I was the youngest, they appreciated it. And obviously it's like a couple of dollars.
It's like encouraging the business mindset.
So they would help. Maybe if I was to sell it outside, nobody would buy it. But it's because of my own family, so they're like, हाँ हम लेंगे, लाओ ले आओ. वो भी खुश, and you know छोटा भाई business कर रहा है, you know.
पैसे भी बन रहे हैं, 2-3 पाउंड बन रहे हैं.
Yeah.
So now fast forward. You graduated from University of Ontario, now called the University of, I think...
Institute of Tech.
Something like that. Something in Oshawa. If you guys are from Canada, you know where it is. So you graduated in a business degree, similar to me. And then you entered the corporate world.
Yeah.
Right? Corporate world.
I used to work at Scotiabank.
Scotiabank probably paying you, what, 30K a year at that time?
About that, yeah.
30K a year. At what point did you realize that, hey, man, this is not it?
You know, it all started when I had a 2-week vacation in December, Christmas vacation for the banks, right? I had it, and I went to Ottawa because I used to live local. So I went to Ottawa, and my brother has a transportation business,
like a trucking company.
Trucking company,
right? Big money in Canada, by the way. Trucking company.
So I went there, and you know, Ottawa, ये वो हम मजे शज़े कर रहे हैं, and then you know, obviously went to his office, chilled with him, and then I started seeing, yaar, this guy is making, I don't want to say how much, but a lot of money.
The invoices are probably nice.
So I was like, yaar, like what is this? Like, how do you get into it? So he said to me, why don't you become a partner?
Oh, nice.
I was like, okay, like what do you, he's like, invest into my company.
Yeah.
You invest, let's say $100,000. You put a truck with me. Obviously trucks are not cheap.
Yeah.
Put a big truck with me and you start taking
By the way, a truck's value is like a Lamborghini on a road.
Yeah.
People don't know that. When they see a truck, they don't even look at it. But that is
those big trucks they can get expensive. So 100,000 doesn't mean you buy it. You basically are leasing the truck.
Leasing the truck, yeah.
So I was like, okay, so how does it work? You know, a little bit of research. It was obviously a risk, but at the same time, it was my brother. So I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna learn a lot. So I was like, okay, I'll invest with you. He's like, no, you're gonna have to come. you're gonna have to quit your
You're
job.
gonna have to live in Ottawa.
Yeah, so he's like, no, you're gonna have to quit your job, because he's like, look, I need you to go and drive the truck for a month. I was like, well, what do you mean? I'm like wearing a suit every day. He's like, yaar, yaad rakho, zindagi mein koi bhi agar business aapne karna hai and you want to do it right,
Sahi.
you need to know how it all works. Truckers को क्या issues होते हैं, क्या problem होते हैं जब truck खराब हो जाता है, अगर उन्होंने turn में किसी को मार दिया है, ऊपर से कुछ हो गया, you need to know everything.
Yep.
And he's like, trust me, you will learn and you will appreciate what the truckers are doing if you're on the road for 30 days. So I was like, okay, चलो पहले तो जाके license लेते हैं ये वो. So I started the process, got the license, started doing this. And remember, ours is not the 53-footer trucks.
Sahi.
We were doing 5-ton, which is the 26-footers.
18-wheelers.
No, not the 18-wheeler, the smaller one. The one that is, I think, 6-wheelers.
Okay.
Like जो moving trucks होते हैं ना,
Sahi,
transportation.
sahi.
Not the big ones, but half of that.
Okay.
Because those big ones, a lot of places don't allow in the city. Because we used to do residential and commercial.
Okay.
Moving, right? So then, now this university graduate who used to think, oh, I'm the everything, you know. And I'm taking you back to 2014, by the way.
2014.
Where people were already seeing my comedy videos, but they don't know. Okay, on the side,
I was hustling.
I was lifting boxes.
Yeah.
For a whole month. I was lifting boxes. I was working as a trucker. I was driving the truck, lifting boxes, moving people, signing, customers, learning all this stuff while I'm one day going and making a comedy video.
And at that time you made the London to Paris too. So you were using that money to invest in your
because we were not making any money from YouTube.
Yeah, at that time you weren't even on YouTube. You were on Facebook.
Facebook, yeah. So we weren't making any money.
Yeah.
We were just doing it for fun. And
so it was fame but no money.
Yeah, and fun was costing, basically. Yeah. That fun was it was an expensive hobby.
Right.
So I was doing it, but then I saw this vision, because when I partnered with my brother, the company's called, alhamdulillah, he's like huge now. It's called Move Ottawa. Company. I started seeing a lot of money coming in, and now that I moved there, I worked, so I started realizing, what if I open my own company?
Okay.
So I said to my brother, a conflict of interest, right? I said, look, you target the high class people, as in like the people who have big money. Executives, like 6-bedroom, 5-bedroom houses. What if I make a lower company and start apartment, 1-bedroom apartment,
townhouses,
students ja rahe hain, so he's like, okay, yeah, I don't even target them. So at that time, Kijiji, there was a website that was hot.
Kijiji, yes.
And at that time, so I started putting an ad on Kijiji, but what I did is, if you want to do the moving, you have to do it in the evening. So I still use my brother's trucks, but it's evening time, so it doesn't, conflict with his interest. So in the daytime, we're working together. At nighttime, now I started taking one guy and started working on the field.
Right.
Then I started training, and then my company used to be called, I closed it now. It's called My Smart Movers.
So, wow. Okay, so you've just been a businessman all around.
Yeah.
Now, do you see YouTube as a business? It is a business.
I'll tell you what happened. So going back to it, the moving business was making insane amount of money at one point. We were making like $15,000 a month.
Right.
We were making a lot of money and everything was good. And then, the kida inside me, the acting kida inside me, right, started like, going more and more. And then I remember I met Seher.
Right.
Still we're not making any money.
Yeah.
But Seher said to me, why don't you vlog? And I said to her, I don't do anything.
Yeah.
We'll vlog.
At that time, it was like, Roman Atwood, Fuzi.
Yeah. I was like, what do you mean vlog? Like, I have nothing. Like, what am I going to vlog like this business?
Yeah.
She's like, do everything. Just having fun with your friends.
Yes.
I was like, okay, now we're going into 2016.
Right.
I remember I made the first vlog in April or June 2016. I think it was April 2016. And people started loving it. What guys do at gas station. It was me, Zad, and Shavir.
Yeah.
And I just made it with my phone, and people were like, oh, this is so fun. And then that month, after releasing just a couple of videos, I got my first check, which was $700.
Right.
I still remember that day. And I sat down.
$15,000 to $700.
Yeah. So I'm making that money, but this is the first time I saw money being made from something that I love doing. I like the moving. I like it because it was making money, but I loved this part of it, like acting and doing things with
the camera. So is that how you got the Viper?
No. So the Viper I already had.
Okay.
From back in the day, like from my moving business.
Yeah, exactly. Moving. Exactly.
Yeah. So I moved my moving business. I already owned the Viper. I already have the Viper way before I ever made money from YouTube. I already have my first.
You also had a Cadillac CT.
Yeah. I sold the Cadillac CTSV and I bought the Viper.
Okay.
But then at this point, by the way, I already have my first house.
Okay, mashallah.
So I already have my first house.
What is
I bought my first house when I was 21.
20, mashallah.
Yeah. So
that's a big thing in Canada. Oh my God.
Yeah. So I bought my first house at 21, and then I already have the Viper. So I'm already in that perspective happy. But my house is actually on rent. I don't live in the house.
Yeah, because it's
I
an
live
investment.
with my parents.
Yeah, it's an investment.
Right? So I live with my parents and I have the house and I have my car and I'm just chilling because the mortgage is being paid off. I think I was paying maybe at that time from my pocket like $100 or something, but it was fine. I was like, it's fine.
For all the Pakistani people that are watching, a mortgage is basically, aap log to, over there it's used to pay off cash. You have the house, there's no payments. Over here, you kind of have to, it's called the positive debt. Basically, where you kind of take money from the banks and over 30 years, 25 years amortization, you pay off the bank with a certain amount. Obviously, interest rate makes it different, but you're locked in for 5 years and you pay a certain amount for 30 years, 25 years to make the payments. But if you're renting the house, somebody else is paying that for you, right? You're just kind of paying off the debt, and it's building equity. I know this is kind of like tough for people, but लेकिन ये थोड़ा आप research करोगे, study करोगे finance में.
So my biggest risk in life, bro, going from this established transportation business making money to completely jumping on YouTube, this was the breaking point. In 2016, I took the biggest risk of my life and I told my brother that I'm just going to become a silent partner. You take my Smart Movers company, do whatever you want with it. Because he's like, I can't handle 2 companies. I'm like, the thing is, if I want to do something, I got to do it full time. So I'm taking a risk right now. But so why don't I become a silent partner? I'm a 30% partner with you and this company you take. And just give me like 15%. But I'm not involved in anything. You take care of everything now. He's like, okay. He's like, okay, how about this? I'll give you 15% for a year and then we'll take it down to 10 because he's like, that means like you're not there.
You're not there. So obviously
I'm doing everything, right? I'm the trucking, everything. I'm like, okay, done. So that's the deal.
मतलब वो भुट्टा वाली छल्ली अब जाके आके लगी है.
Yes. So, no, because
भुट्टे तुमने खाए थे और हमने पैसे लिए आज 15% से 10%.
He's like, no, because I said to him, even though you're my brother, you tell me the truth. Like, what are you comfortable with? It's not like I want to be like, nay. And I trust you. Right? So he's like, okay. At that point, I sold my house, by the way, which I had purchased. I had purchased a house for I think like $323 and I sold it for $479. So I made some money on it. So now I had a little bit of cash. Because remember, I went from making like $12,000 to $15,000 to maybe $2,000-3,000 now.
And that's like a job that you were getting paid.
Yeah, but I'm trying to do YouTube.
Yes.
And I'm only making $700-800 or $1,000.
Right.
So I'm not making much, but I'm seeing the vision. I'm like, if I'm only doing like once a week and I'm making $700-800, what if I do it every day? Like vlogs karun, ye wo karun. What if I can make more money? You know, I gotta try it because I really love doing this. But see, now what happens is you have bills, you have things to pay. So then I took that savings after I sold my house. I kept that and I kind of lived off it for a year.
So you're eating into your savings.
I'm eating into my savings. I'm getting a little frustrated because, you know, the checks are not getting more than 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 max. And I'm like, shit, did I make a mistake? Like, what, you know, should I go back to the movie? But I'm like, no, man, like I really have to do this. But now we're in 2017. 2016, December 31st, New Year.
Right.
Me, Shavir, and Sahar were in Niagara Falls.
Okay.
We sat down and Sahar said to me, because Shavir used to come in the vlogs, right? Sahar said to me, why don't you daily vlog? Don't forget, I'm uploading 1 vlog a week and 2-3 skits.
So is that when Fazluddin came about?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
So she said to me, why don't you make daily vlogs? I was like, daily? That's going to be so hard. Like, how can I do daily? Because I'm already doing like comedy skits. Don't forget, we were known for the skits, right? So I'm releasing 2 skits a week. And she said, well, the skits don't make you money.
Right.
They go on Facebook. Facebook is not
money. They get views, but they don't make you money.
They don't make you money. She's like, you're hitting 5 to 10 million per skit at that time. But I'm like, but she's like, you're making 0.
But you're getting the fame.
Yeah, but she's like, but the vlog, you're getting 200-300K. But look, each vlog is making you a certain amount of money. What if you did this every day? I'm like,
and it just compounds, right?
Yeah. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me try it for a month.
Okay. 30 days.
30 days. So that was probably one of the best decisions of my career. Because I still remember I did it so 31st we're talking. So I started daily vlogs 2017, 1st of January. That was the starting point. So you know how YouTube is delayed the money, but you can see how much you made. So that month I made $3,900.
Yeah.
I'm making $700-800 or 1,000, and now all of a sudden I make 4 times, right? 5 times the amount. So $4,000. And I was like, I still remember I sat with Shavir and Sarah. I was like, yo, we can be rich.
We can be rich. You saw the vision.
Yeah, I was like,
Lamborghini.
I was like, yo, 4,000, yaar, 4,000. हालांकि 3 times that money I
You
used
were
to make
making 15K.
transportation. But then I was like, "Yaar, like that means there's money here.
Yeah.
And this is not, we don't even know about brand deals right now, right?
Yeah.
Because
Just YouTube AdSense.
That's just YouTube AdSense. So I was like, yo, there could be like money from this. And all of us are like so excited, like, yo, let's do this, let's do this. Then I remember me and Seher, Seher actually motivated me to create Fazluddin. The way it happened is she did a series, fast forward within 3 to 4 months. After now I'm making 3 to 4K. I'm doing daily vlogs. So I did it for 30 days, but then I continued. I was like, yo, I'm making money. I'm going to continue.
Right.
Seher did this series which was called 3 Hijabi Sisters.
Okay.
She does this series and it gets a lot of views for her. So I was like, yo, this is so funny. Like, I should be a character.
Yeah.
So I was like, I saw the glasses that she used. I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take these glasses and I'm going to just speak like a child. Like, Ami kehti hai na.
Oh, like this is where Shadi Karle came about?
Yes.
Oh my god.
But there's another story to it. The way I developed the character, because I wanted to become a character, but I didn't know what. Seher's relative in Pakistan is a child. I actually met him right now and he's grown up kid now. He was a kid at that time. He used to send her voice notes. And this is how he used to talk. Seriapi baat to kallo na. Like this accent, right? And I was like, yaar, and I just kept laughing. She's like, why are you laughing? I'm like, yo, it's so funny how he talks. Yeah. You know what? My character should talk like that. Yeah. So he actually inspired Fazluddin. So then I was like, if the character is talking like that, obviously that means the character is an adult, but it was a kid's brain.
Kid's brain.
So we did this one video. I still remember. I uploaded this video when cousins get married. Right. That was the video. I uploaded on Facebook and one day hit 10 million views.
One day.
And on YouTube, it hit 1 million in one day. And I was like, whoa, what just happened? Whoa. Don't forget, at this point, I have 2 channels. Okay. My main channel, where I upload comedy skits, and I don't get many views. On YouTube, I'm talking. Facebook, yes. But on YouTube, now it's like 50K, 100K. And vlogs, I'm getting views, but that's a different channel. Different channel. So on this main channel, I'm always expecting 50 or 100K. But I upload this video and it goes 1 million in a day. And I'm like shocked. Like, what?
It hit the algorithm.
I was like, what just happened? So I get greedy. I started uploading every other day, Fazluddin.
And millions of views.
And not million every time, but like 500K, 600K.
And the money's nice.
Yeah. And I'm like, whoa, what just happened? I still remember that month I made $14,000 from YouTube.
And that's when you knew.
I was like, yo, Fazluddin. Yes. And what started happening is my vlogs started going more fire. Right. Because now Fazluddin's face was being famous on YouTube and people are like, who is this Fazluddin guy?
And then it came to the guy's personality, which was
because
Sham
on
Idrees.
Facebook, some of those videos started hitting 80 million. I have a video that Fazluddin is 100 million views when you kidnap your wife or something. So it has 1.5 million shares. Wow. So I was like, yo, this character, but I'll tell you.
Would you say at that time you were on top of brown social media?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Like, yeah, comedy wise, yeah, but not vlog wise. I feel like the vlog wise, we were the biggest in 2018.
Oh yeah,
2018 were the days. Yeah. I'll tell you why, because obviously we're gonna get into that. Yeah, but 2017 was what got us. Because now in 2017, I'm like, yo, we can make money. I'm doing daily vlogs. I'm doing for this Fazluddin stuff, and anything I release Fazluddin, to a point that look. If I wanted to make a viral vlog, I would just put a snippet of Fazluddin. He would come in and he would just say something. And people would love it. They'd be like, oh my God, we want to see more Fazluddin in the vlog. Like the character at that time was so hot that I started walking outside and people would be like, are you Fazluddin? Oh. But then I started feeling like my own identity was being like
overshadowed by
Fazluddin. I was like, yo, like I don't want to be known as Fazluddin. Because I'd go to places and people would be like,
"Ye Fazluddin hai."
Yeah. No, they're like, can you please shadi kar le? Shadi kar le bole na. I was like, oh shit, like I don't want to do this. But I was like, it's fine, it's working. And 2018 came, and obviously there was a lot of trend at that time on YouTube. Jake Paul, Logan Paul.
So you fall like as a content creator. Do you look at the Western social media and be like, this is something that is not happening in Desi community?
Yeah, we saw. I mean, diss tracks.
Diss tracks, yes. Like Logan Paul, Jake Paul, diss tracks.
So me and Seher did the diss track wars, right?
And that was all like.
Well, like there's two times we had it. The first time it was just all like whatever, yo, I'm gonna drop it on you, you drop it on me.
But it was all like fun and games.
Yeah, it was all fun and games, right? Because remember, in reality, in real life, when you dislike someone and you drop a diss track on them, you don't really
go that deep.
It's
surface stuff.
You say, but when you're doing it as a joke, you know that you tell the person, yo, listen, all right, like
I'm about to say this,
and then the other person's like, all right, but I'm gonna go hard too. But it's friendship, so then you know it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay.
But when you're going dropping it on someone, if you go really personal, they're gonna be like, yo, like, you know, like,
ये क्या हो रहा है?
फिर लड़ाई हो जाती है ना, real. So there's the difference. But you know, we saw
you were so let's break it down. You were in your zone. Basically, you were, as a content creator, you were just in your head thinking of things, and mind you, you weren't thinking of anything else. You were just, hey, I want to make content. Whatever trend is happening, I want my followers or whoever's watching me to also be enlightened with that content, right?
Yeah.
Now 2018 comes around.
Yeah,
May
2018.
May, right?
April
of 2018.
Ramzan times.
Where people, Ramzan times, where people are seeing that all this is happening, and then you can go ahead with,
So this is what happened. I'll tell you what it is, man. The truth is that, look, there will always be certain things that you do wrong, because none of us are perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. So obviously there are going to be pranks, right? That are actually going to be scripted. And I want to be honest. I'll tell you what I mean by scripted. There are times that I would prank someone. Yeah. Let's say Sahir or my family member, and they give a very horrible reaction. Like, they got mad. Yeah. And they got upset. Yeah. And the camera was there. Now, that's
something you can't put.
You can't put that. Yeah. Right? And then you're like, okay, look, I'm shooting a video. Because you're uploading a daily video, so you need to upload that video. You're like, listen, I wanted to do this video. I was doing it. Like, I can't put this reaction because you like swore or you got mad. Like, so just give me a little bit better, milder reaction. So it's called scripted. But at the end of the day, we're doing it for entertainment purposes.
Whoever's watching it, just have that little laugh for 5-6 minutes. Go on with your day.
And you're having a fun. You're not hurting anybody. You're just making these videos. So that's what I was doing. But then obviously, I mean, now we're on very good levels. But at that time, you know, Ducky was obviously came.
So Ducky was just starting up at that time.
Yeah,
right?
man. Yeah, he had less than 100,000 subscribers.
And then the issues.
I had over 1 million at that time.
At that million at that time. Now.
So he dropped a video. It was called Sham Idrees and Froggy are fraud.
Yes.
He basically exposed everything, saying that, they do.
That was a big topic even in Canada.
Yeah. It was everybody. I'll tell you why it was a big topic, because and Ducky and me talked about this. I was stupid enough to respond.
So you shouldn't have responded.
Yeah. So, because obviously he had 100,000 subscribers and I responded, and that video
blew him. Like, who is he talking about?
Yeah. People who didn't know, they're like,
ye kaun si video hai?
Because mind you, at this point in my career, I was doing YouTube and Facebook for so long. I had never had a fight with anyone.
And you're almost at like what, 1,000 videos at this point?
Yeah. 1,000. And I never had controversy. I never fight with anyone. So now all of a sudden people are like, "Ooh, Sham ne kisse ladai ki? He's such a nice guy. Who is he fighting with?" Yeah. So people were curious. And then mistake that I did, I made that video in emotion, my response. Like, I was like yelling and getting mad. Like, main ye karunga, wo karunga. You know, like when you're
angry, right? It makes sense where it's like somebody's kind of coming at you. Yeah. And
you just go into a room. That's exactly what it is. Go into a room, turn the camera on, and you're just talking to that person. Like, oh, tune mere maa baap ke bare mein ye kaha, main bhi tu dekhi. And that backfired. Because everybody's like, oh, Sham is like an immature guy.
Yeah, like
he's an immature guy talking like that. I thought he's mature. You know what? We're gonna support him. Yeah. So everybody started going. Not everybody, but I'd say at least 50%, more than 50% of people started supporting. Yes. And I was like, oh.
And they started calling you names.
Yeah, because obviously Ducky's a roaster, right? So he made these names about me, shadi kar le ye wo. So he made fun of me. So people started picking on it, and they started calling me, and it made me.
So how did that affect your mental health? Like, let's break you down as like, when that video happened, now it's going viral. Now you made the response, okay? Yeah. Now you realize you're in the fire. Yeah. So now a lot of people don't understand this. When you are the one being like, this guy's like this, right? How do you cameras turn off, everything? How are you handling yourself?
Bro, it was a very difficult time in your life. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, you go through a lot, because at this point, there's two things happening here. One is it's not just you, it's your family. Yes. My parents are questioning, what's going on? Why is everyone talking so much bad about you, your son?
It's like a reflection of the family too.
Yeah, like my whole life. I mean, I'm not going to say my whole life, but all of these years, you know, I had to prove something to my parents that I could do this YouTube, and then I did it. And then they were so proud of me. My dad is like, you know, he's a retired army officer. He's like, I'm so happy for you. And then all of a sudden you see other people talking bad about you, so the parents are going to be like, why? And there was a lot of people.
And they don't know what's going on. They're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they're like, why are you like fighting with people? And I'm like, I'm not. And then I have to explain it to them, and they're like, what are you doing? You know, like, why are you doing these kind of pranks? And I'm like, it's complicated. Like,
it's complicated because when you're in the moment of making the content, and your audience is like, comments are like, we love it, we love it, we love it. Yeah. So you're like, you know what, my audience loves it, I'm going to make another one. Right? Yeah. But you don't realize that some people that are silent and watching, they're like, there's something up with this. And yes, there's probably something up with this, but does that mean you go ahead and just start attacking somebody for it? No, if you don't like it, man, just click the next video on your right side, right?
Because look, at the end of the day, the way I see it is, at that time my mentality was, obviously things change, was okay, look, okay, you're saying some of the stuff is scripted, some of the stuff is wrong, some of the stuff is just stupid, but you're being entertained, you're watching it.
Yes.
Like you're enjoying it. So
Yes.
I'm not hurting anyone. It's not like I've never done that. It's not like I'm going in public and doing some kind of public prank on someone and
Where
hurting someone.
An innocent person is. It's like two parties that are involved. They know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
And the audience that watches it, they're
enjoying
it.
They're enjoying it. And some of the times you can literally tell that, okay, this is probably like a scripted reaction.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
It's funny.
Right?
It's just content.
It's a hilarious.
Yes.
And they enjoy it.
Like
and we enjoy
how
it.
I see it, like diss tracks and stuff like that. Sure, it might be fake, but enjoy the production. Enjoy the hilarious.
Not
part
just
to
that,
it.
man. We like let's just say I'm gonna write this diss on you.
Yeah.
And she's like, what are you gonna write? Like
Yeah.
I write it. She actually enjoys it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, watch
what I
you
do,
know.
watch what I do.
So to even we are enjoying it
Yeah.
as well the audience, and some of those diss tracks were hitting like 5 million views on YouTube.
Right.
You know. So we were literally enjoying it because what we do is the way we did it is Sahar would be like, okay. Before the diss track went live, she just put the camera and she's like, I need you to react before you see this.
Yeah.
She puts it on and I'm like, oh, you were getting like, you know, like almost like a childish thing.
It's like banter.
Yeah.
It's like just like when two boys are sitting down and they're like,
Yeah.
you diss somebody, they're like, I'm gonna diss you back.
And let's be honest, like if we backtrack, I think me and Sahar always had this liking.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows the future, but as we spend so much time together, we kind of knew like we are heading towards getting married to each other, inshallah. Like that was the plan.
Yes.
And so with us, it was like, you know, we're like best friends, right?
Right.
When it came to career, because when you spend all day, every day with the same person
vision.
again and again, same vision, you're bound to be connected to them.
Yes.
Like if they're in pain, you're in pain. If something is wrong, you know, because you're like this. And what happens eventually, you realize what kind of life partner do you want?
Yes.
And they're right there.
Exactly. Now.
So it's not over. So all this Ducky stuff happened.
Yeah.
And we had the
car views.
accident. We had the car accident.
Okay. Yeah.
And people started calling it fake.
Oh.
And wallah, if you search, we had the car accident in New York. If you search, it's actually still in the news.
Okay.
The cars that
so
were hit.
everything that you were
Everything we were doing fake. People are like, yo, this guy is
anything
doing
that you're
fake.
doing is fake.
Yeah. People are like, oh,
Everyone
yaar, isne ab $2,000-3,000 लगा के ये सारी गाड़ियाँ एक दूसरे को मरवा दी होंगी, इसके पास बड़े पैसे हैं.
Oh no.
Like I was like, yeah, like how, because I'll tell you what it is. Because I was a daily vlogger at the time and I was much childish in my brain. What I did is, which I look at it and I don't even feel like I'm the same person. When the accident happened, I'm bleeding, right? Because what happened is my, I guess something hit my tongue.
Yeah.
So
and then they bust it open.
yeah, and it was like my tongue somehow, you know, the pressure, right?
Pressure.
So basically my tongue came in my teeth.
And then
so it started swelling and bleeding.
Yeah.
So I was like, when I got out accident, and I'm a daily vlogger and everything is vlog. So I pick up my phone. I'm like, all right, guys, you know, we just got into an accident.
It's like a habit.
It's a habit.
Force of
yeah,
habit.
bro. It's like always there.
Right.
It's G7X days,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
always there. It's just, so I did it. I vlogged and I recorded that part. And then obviously that came out after.
I feel like when it's a job, you kind of like just, it's like a force of habit that I know that this is what happened today.
Yes.
And everybody wants to know what happened in my day.
Yeah.
So here, let me show them what
And I
happened.
showed it, and then people are like, "Oh, like what kind of a crazy person like picks up a camera and says like, oh, look, I got an accident. When you have an accident, wouldn't you like be in the hospital?"
Yeah.
Because I showed everything. And then at that time, I was like, "What do you mean? Like, what's wrong with me showing it?" Like I was, but now when I look back at that Sham, I was like,
maybe
or like, no, I was like, I would never do that. Like
Now
if I was in an accident and you know, like I have friends and Sahar, my first reaction would not be like, oh, let's record this. My first reaction is, yo, let's get everybody to the hospital.
Yeah.
But I was in a different mindset. It was just, let's just vlog,
Yeah.
24 hours a day. Think about it. A person who's waking up 10 o'clock, that's when we start the day. 10 o'clock, you're vlogging, you're finishing at 10 o'clock at night, you sleep, you wake up, you start again. You do this. And at that point, when that accident, I had been doing that for 520 days without a day off.
So yeah, that was your day. And
So vlog every day for 12 hours a day for 520 days. And then tell me, what are you going to do on the 521 days?
You're going to vlog.
You're gonna do, it doesn't matter what was happening. Because remember, in those 520 days, I was sick.
Yes.
I missed many birthday parties. I got a lot of yelling done. I did everything, but I was still vlogging. Everything.
And this is after the roast?
No, this is before the roast.
Before
But the
the
accident
roast.
happened after the roast.
After the roast.
But then people obviously started calling it fake, yevo. So I was like, at that point, I didn't even care. Because I'll tell you what, it made zero effect to our views.
The roasting.
So Ducky dropped a video on me. I lost, first time in my career, I lost 1,000 subscribers. I lost subscribers.
It was negative on Social Blade.
Yeah.
Okay.
I lost subscribers, but views doubled.
Because everybody wants to know
now
what this guy
wants to
wants.
talk about it. Because now even...
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
More people are curious. More people are like,
Yeah.
they're all like, oh, dekhte hain. So it didn't have any effect to the views. We just continued on. I continued on with my daily vlogs. I was like, it doesn't matter.
Say.
My biggest jump, I'd say, in my YouTube career was 2018 October.
Right.
When I proposed to Seher. We got engaged.
Do you feel like these little moments, right? Marriage,
Yeah.
baby, car, these got a house, these kind of help your views go up, right?
100%.
Right? These are big moments in your life.
But having said that, it wasn't just one video.
Yeah.
I was averaging 700 to 800K a day in 2018.
2018, but did it take a dip after the roasting?
No, because after the roasting, what I did right at that time point, I didn't care.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing about you, man.
I didn't care.
Like,
I just kept
like
on.
how persistent. Like that's like, you know, when people say this guy's strong-headed, bro. If that was me, bro, I would just be like.
That's what everyone was saying. They were like, take a break.
I would be in my bed on my phone, sleeping for 12 hours. You know, I'd be like, don't talk to me, nothing. Phone is off. But you went the next day, shot a video, knowing this is happening, and
comment section used to be full of hate at that time. By the way,
Yeah.
for a whole month, people were bashing me. You're fake. This video that we're watching is fake. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't turn the comments off.
Still making that money though.
But I'll tell you what though, I did,
Yeah.
which bothered. I blocked the comments, like the
Yeah.
dirty words, swear words, fake this. I did block it because I didn't want to see it.
It's because your mental health.
Yeah, but I just kept going. I was like, if you don't want to watch me, don't watch me. But I'm gonna keep making what I'm making because I love making it.
Right.
I'm making money, and the people who do want to watch it, they're being entertained. If you don't like it, if you think it's fake, if you think it's bad, do it. Because remember, man, in my vlogs, if you go back to the beginning of times, one thing I always kept it. I can watch any of my vlogs. Maybe one or two vlogs, I might have said something, but I can watch every single vlog with my whole family.
Yeah, so you want that family vibe where it's not like, oh yeah, you know, when you're on your computer as a kid and you're watching something, your mom comes in, you're like, you close it, you're like, nay, mini, they can't. But this, like the content that even I strive to make is that, hey, your mom wants to watch it, I know your mom's gonna love it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that's why I'm saying, so in my perspective, I was like, my dad is like, yo, what's happening? I was like, look, Abu, you know, this is the conversation. This is what I did wrong. But at the end of the day, look at my content. Okay, you know, people are saying, ये fake करे वो, मैं किसी को दर्द तो नहीं दे रहा, दुख नहीं दे रहा, अपने काम कर रहा हूँ. लोग जो enjoy कर रहे हैं वो कर रहे हैं. So
जो नहीं enjoy कर रहे हैं,
to me, I'm just gonna continue on. Means nothing. So at this point, everything is perfectly fine. We just continue it on. If anything, it took subscribers went like this, and then Boo started coming up because obviously, you know, we sometimes think, what's gonna be something's gonna bring us back. So I started the biggest dare on YouTube saying 2 million subscribers and I'll marry Seher.
Oh, so you're like,
as a joke. Yeah, as a joke. But that joke became so real because everybody started subscribing and they're like, Corona zara. And then I was like, yo, and Seher's like, yo, like,
is it time?
Yeah, like, what's going on? I was like, she's like, you know, our families are not involved.
Yeah.
To mazak kar rahe na ki chalo subscribe karo. People are like, so now the families are like, wait, what's this?
What's going on? Sham, you're doing a wedding just for subscribers?
So what starts happening is, we have feelings for each other.
Yes.
Our families are not involved. We're doing this biggest dare on YouTube.
Yeah.
Now families are like, what's going on? So then, I'm not gonna say it pushes you, but then you start thinking, all right, like I gotta take it to another step. Whether we hit the subscribers or not. At that time, we didn't hit it, by the way. But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it.
So the line between social media and actually real life, which is feelings and
when you're doing daily vlogs, bro, there's no line.
There's no line. It's just all blurs. It just like
line
everything is
blurred.
content. At that point.
Because think about this: the day I had to propose to Seher,
a
lot of people don't know. The night before that, I spoke. Like my family spoke to Seher's parents.
The first time?
No, they have spoken, but they asked for her hand.
Okay.
Saying कि हम आपकी बेटी का हाथ मारना चाहते हैं, and they're like, अच्छा आप लोग आ जाएं. दिन की बात हुई थी, and they're like, because I had all this whole proposal set up, but I needed it. Like, because I'm taking it public. I'm doing daily vlog. That thing is going public. So I need to, I was like, I told my dad, like, tell them if we want to come tonight and talk. So we go to the house, we do everything. And now Seher's not there because it's dads, right? Two dads talking to each other. And ask for her hand. Everything is finalized. Like, from that perspective, aapka bacha hame pasand hai ye wo. Now, that late night, I'm taking Seher out for dinner. And I'm proposing to her. And she has no idea. But family-wise already sorted out. So you see what I mean by thin line?
Thin line.
So you have to kind of like do everything together. So it's actually happening off camera too. But that stuff you can't put in a vlog.
Yeah, because it's a family matter, right?
Like I'm not gonna be like, Papa.
So now does that hurt? Like, does that still affect you now, man? Like after all that, people calling you, because what if it stays in people's back of the mind? Are you trying to change people's perspective on you? Does that kind of affect your mental health, that you're at one point I was hated, right?
No, my hate actually, this is just the beginning of the hate. It gets worse.
Oh,
so in 2019 April,
yeah,
Ducky dropped another video on me saying Sham Idrees threatened my family.
Oh,
At this point, me and Seher are actually married now.
yes,
We're married because we got married on the 31st of December 2018.
Okay.
I've stopped daily vlogs now because my thing to Seher always was the day we do our nikah, right? I don't want to do daily vlogs because it'd be very hard for me to balance my life with as a married man at that time anyway. So I was like, मैं daily vlog khatam kar दूंगा, which was the biggest thing for fans because I remember I was dropping the videos. I'm ending daily vlogs on this date.
Yeah.
And bro, every video was hitting 1 million. People were like, no, don't, because people, be watching me for 3 years, right? Every day. But I was like, I have to end it. So then I'm not doing daily vlogs now. I'm uploading once a week.
Yeah.
And alhamdulillah, like I'm in a very good financial spot. I have a couple paid off houses. I have 5 cars. Most of them are paid off or almost paid off. And now I go to Pakistan, April 2019.
I think we were there.
And I made a mistake, which I shouldn't have done.
The meet and greet, right?
Before that, I had a conversation with Ducky.
Right.
And I take full responsibility. I had a conversation with Ducky off camera. And I made a mistake because I recorded it and I uploaded it. So it was a good conversation where, we're saying we were friends. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I guess he did not want to make it public because at that time people thought me.
It was a hype for him because it's like you roasted somebody. Now how are you just going to become friends with somebody?
Yeah. So
right?
So that happened. And then he didn't appreciate it. So then he dropped a video on me. Sham Idrees threatened my family. And
did you threaten his family?
I'll explain this as well. A lot of people have the misconception that what do you define as a threat? When you're mad at someone, you're like, "Tu dekh le main tere sath kya karta hu."
Say.
I feel like it was a moment like that. And I didn't even say it directly to him, by the way. There's no conversation. I will delete my YouTube channel if there's a conversation where I'm saying that to Ducky.
Right.
I had a conversation with Shamir. Shamir was with me. And Ducky is like, Ducky's on the other side. So I said to Shamir, oh, yeah, he thinks he's so tough. और मुझे करना चाहता है, मैं भी दिखा दूंगा. और मैं भी बहुत कुछ कर सकता हूँ. I never said कि मैं तेरी family को ये कर दूंगा, तेरे dad को ये कर दूंगा. Nothing like that. But I said, मैं भी बहुत कुछ कर सकता हूँ.
Exactly.
So it depends on what you define.
It's like you get stopped by a police officer in Pakistan. तू जानता नहीं है मेरा बाप.
Yeah, right
you know
there.
What I mean?
Right? It's like one of those things, right? But then, obviously, Ducky at that time anyway took that and we uploaded it and bro, whole Pakistan went against me. Every single YouTuber, I'm not going to name it, but my own friends who were YouTubers, everybody was against me. And I was like, that was probably the biggest test of mental health for me. My friends, my relatives, except my parents and obviously close brother, and everybody was against me. Nobody was supporting me.
Your relatives too, eh?
Oh yeah, many relatives were supporting him. Comment section was filled with him.
Right.
It was to a point that I would walk outside. I was in Pakistan at this time. I would walk outside and people would talk shit.
Right into your face.
Yeah.
I remember there was a video with you and Shamir and you guys were shooting some prank.
Yeah, people would just talk
and then
smack. People would just say bad things to us.
Yeah.
And it was the biggest test because I was like, guys, I'm not like, okay, I made a mistake maybe, saying, but it's not that big of a deal that
I'm still a good human at the end of the day.
Yeah, and
I don't mean
and it's not like I've killed someone or I've like punched someone, right? Like done. But
don't you think for audience this is entertainment at the end of the day? Because
they were being entertained.
Here's the thing: it's drama. Drama is everybody loves drama. Hamari puri kaum loves drama. My mom watches drama. Your mom watches drama. Your people behind you, your mom's watches drama too, right?
Yeah.
So
people was drama. That's why I think a lot of people, like now I've actually become friends with them, but I think Rahim Pardesi and a lot of the YouTubers, they actually started dropping videos on me at that time.
Okay.
And against me, right? And it was like a big controversy and I was like, yo, like इनसे मेरी कोई लड़ाई नहीं है, लड़ाई तो मेरी डक्की से है, वो तो वीडियो ड्रॉप नहीं कर रहा, ये सारे क्यों कर रहे हैं? But I was confused because everybody, even though me and Zad are like boys now, like really good boys, but at that time even he dropped a video on me. Sham Idrees needs to stop. So it was like one of those things.
And now we make fun of it, I think.
Yeah. Now we make fun of it.
Every time we get into a gathering,
I always pick on him because mistakes also happen from both sides.
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to make is sometimes you come into a situation that you're like, yo, the whole world is against me. So maybe I am wrong. You mentally start thinking I'm wrong.
Then maybe
something is wrong with me, right? But I was like, no, it's fine. Like I'll fix it up. It's fine. What I can't stop is I can't stop making content. Yeah. I'm still gonna.
But see, that's the thing. People lose motivation. You're a strong headed for not even losing motivation and still keep doing it. That's why.
Bro, but off the camera, I'll tell you this though. Nobody knows this. I've never said this ever before to anybody.
Exclusive on Let's Talk About It podcast.
I was in that situation in my life where I was pure depression, and I was like, bro, because when your own family, like, you know, relatives are against you. The whole Pakistan is against you. Every single YouTuber except Shamir and a couple more, everybody was against you. They're saying things to you. Publicly, you're being humiliated. You get suicidal thoughts.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's tough.
Right? You're like, man, like...
That's tough.
Like, I have messed up such a big thing in life. Like, everybody hates me. Like, there's no purpose.
Yeah. And
that's when you need to have people that love you.
Yes.
Because I had, alhamdulillah, my family members, my parents, my brothers, and even Seher, which was my wife at that time, right? And she said, she gave me a lot of support. That's why no matter what we go through, we're like this. And she said, it's okay. You have overcome so much things in your life. This is just a phase.
Right.
And because you have to remember why I got into this mental state, because Sarah also got hit, right?
Yeah, so the meet and greet.
Meet and greet. She got hit. And some people even started questioning. They're like, fake hai, ye hai, kuch nahi hai, batao, kuch nahi, khud hi kiya inhone. Sab kuch drama hota hai inka. And you know, you get into that thought mind and you're like, yaar.
Because I remember... there was a video where you were outside the meet and greet and you were just like,
bro, I lost it. Like, मेरी बीवी को किसी ने थप्पड़ मारा. अब देखो लोग पता क्या कहते हैं अभी तक कहते हैं it wasn't a punch, it was a slap.
जो भी है,
मैं किसी की बीवी को जाके अभी थप्पड़ मारता हूँ ना. Are you gonna be like ये punch है या slap है? Or you're gonna be like मेरी बीवी? Right? So I lost it. I was like, yo, I'm going in public. I jumped.
I saw you like Rambo. Like this is WWE
happening. I was like, bro, like मेरी बीवी को तुम लोग थप्पड़ मार रहे हो.
Yeah.
जिसने करना है मुझे मारो.
सही.
You have nothing. And remember, you know, a lot of people say कि tiny YouTubers thing, जो सहर ने कहा था 2018 में जब डक्की से लड़ाई थी. Sure, maybe at that time she was involved, but 2019 she has nothing to do with this.
सही.
Like everything is already in the past. She is not part of anything. But people hit her because she was the weaker link. When people, nobody come to me, right? I'm ready for a fight. But लेकिन वो लड़की है, so उसको उन्होंने किसी ने पीछे आके मार दिया. So I was like, you come to me. मेरी बीवी है, तुम लोग मुझे आओ ना. Let's see 1-to-1. मर्द का बच्चा बनो. लड़की को क्यों मार के चले गए?
So that's very wrong.
So that's why I jumped in, and obviously people, and we know when I jumped in, there's a video that's out there. Nobody came. I was like, oh. And all of those people...
Yeah, looking at your dole shoulder, bro. Who would want to come and fight this?
Again? No, but everybody at that circle at that time was Ducky supporters. At that time, they hated me. But I was like, okay, aa jao phir.
I think they came to the meet and greet just to fire you up.
They weren't really there to hate us. They were more here to like make fun. Jo chaska nahi lete.
Chaska, yeah.
Chaska lene ke liye aaye the, and they got it. But over what? Over our mental health, over our kisi ko nicha.
I think people don't realize that though. I feel like when you're on social media, हाँ इसके तो इतने followers हैं, इसको तो affect नहीं होगा, इसको थोड़ा hate डाल देते हैं, ये डाल देते हैं. You don't think that we read the comments? Somebody goes like, you're like this. You don't think it hurts us? Maybe we look in the mirror and be like, मैं ऐसा हूँ या नहीं हूँ, right?
Not just that, people think you're public property.
Yeah.
कुछ मर्जी क्या है तो कोई नहीं, ये तो public है.
ये public है, exactly. So
गालियाँ दे दो इसको.
So now, fast forward, you come back to Canada after all that.
Yeah, this is the first time that I was heartbroken from Pakistan, right?
Yes.
Because what had happened. But what didn't stop, when I sat down with my parents and stuff, Ammi Abu, my dad, I have so much love for my dad. I mean, obviously everybody loves their parents, but my dad is someone that whenever he gives me advice, it's like I really listen to it because he has so much experience with army and stuff. So I sat with my dad, and my dad said to me, it's got nothing to do with Pakistan.
It's not the people.
It's not the people. I'm like, the whole Pakistan is against me.
Yeah.
You know, मैं तो पाकिस्तान में first time गया था, by the way, 2015 में. Yeah. I'm like, सारा पाकिस्तान मेरे against हो गया, so I guess I'm never gonna go to Pakistan. You know, this is like everybody's against me. मेरी
बेइज्जती कर दी सब कुछ.
Yeah,
मैं नहीं जा रहा.
मैं नहीं कभी, मैं पाकिस्तान जाऊंगा ही नहीं कभी. My dad said नहीं, ये पाकिस्तानी. He's like, you're gonna go to Pakistan.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that izzat back. You're gonna go. You're gonna walk in the streets, and people are gonna still love you. You know why? I'm like, how? Everybody hates me. No. He's like, because you're not gonna stop making content.
Yeah.
He's like, let people make content that people enjoy. Right?
And your audience enjoys. Because
like,
here's the thing, a lot of people probably don't. I make content, I think I like it, the people that watch me like it, but there's some people that are like, yo, ye bakwas hai, ye podcast bakwas hai. It happens, right? Man, everybody has their own taste. I like sushi, somebody probably don't like sushi. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Same concept. So yeah, he said you're gonna make content, keep going at it.
And I continued on, and honestly, like, I think the biggest blessing in our life happened is we've announced we were having Sierra at that time. Yeah. We didn't know like what her name was going to be, but you know, she was coming into our life, and then 2020 came, February 29th,
Pandemic came.
Yeah, pandemic came, and everything just became all over the place.
Now,
Everybody
I have
started
a
getting
question.
busy.
Okay, I have a question. You put your family in the vlogs and stuff. How do you feel about putting Sierra in the vlogs? A lot of people have that question that, hey, Sham, you're putting your whole life there, even your little like baby girl, right?
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
It's kind of like the same thing where I do want to touch, because I have another daughter as well, Dua.
Yeah.
Which comes from my past life. I don't really discuss so much about it in social media, but I kept her away from social media at a certain age, up until she turned 9 years old, which is still a child technically.
Yes,
but at least she's smart enough to know, okay, do I want to be a part of this or not? So with Sierra, I think my plan is, let's see what Allah brings us. When she turns 3 years old, I'm going to take her off.
Okay.
That gives her, and then when she turns, inshallah, 9, 10, if I still do YouTube, I don't know what I'll be doing, whether I'm in social media or not, if I do it. Yeah, right? Yeah. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, or you know how TikTok came. We don't know what's going to happen. But let's just say anything to do with social media, if I'm still there, she'll have the option if she wants to come back. If she wants to do it. Because I want her to have an option. I don't want her to come up to me and like, Papa, aapne mujhe social media pe rakha, I don't want to do this, but everybody knows me. Yeah. Because you know, right now when we take Sierra, people are like, oh my God, Sierra, she's more famous than us. Uske saath selfies shuru ho jati hai. And I was like, so I want to do the same thing. With Dua, the way it happened is...
So Sierra only got a year on social media now.
No, 3 years.
No, she's 2 now.
Yeah, when she turns 3.
So how old is she now?
She's 2.
Ek aur saal rehta hai. Enjoy it all you can.
Oh, less than a year. Right?
Less than a year.
Yeah. So because February 2023.
Yeah.
So
Sierra is no more on YouTube.
4 or 5 months left. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Now, do you get inspiration from like other content creators such as like the Ace family, stuff like that? Because they're all
the time, man. If any YouTuber tells you that they don't watch another YouTuber, especially someone that is in other people's eyes, it's a lie.
It's a lie.
With YouTubers, just the way people know that TikTokers know TikTokers, YouTubers know YouTubers. Right. Whether that YouTuber has 200K, 300K, a million, maybe we don't watch them, but we know what they're up to. Right. Like once in a while, you know, you keep an eye on everyone because this is what you do, right? So yeah, I've seen everyone. Sometimes you get inspiration. Like there's a video that even I get inspiration. Seher gets inspiration. Like Seher did this video, which was very inspired by Ace Family at that time. Yeah. Doing makeup horribly wrong to see my husband's reaction. So you always get
it's just like trendy stuff. Trendy just stuff like how TikTok is trendy.
TikTok is trendy. You know, you pick up these ideas.
Now I want to get in. Like it's crazy how life takes a full circle, right?
Oh, I think I know where you're going.
It's crazy how life takes a full circle. The people that criticize you, jo log aapko kehte hain ki yaar ye kyun kar raha hai, and then they turn out to do the same thing, right? How do you feel about that? And like the people that are watching, I know exactly who we're talking about. How do you feel about the people that roasted you for look at this title, look at this title, look at this title, look at how they are sending strikes, this. Now, when they're doing it, how do you feel? Because you were in the crossfire of it, and sare log aapke upar aake.
Yo, this is the first time talking about this. Exclusive right now.
Exclusive. I had to ask. Like, you know,
I won't really get too much into details, man. But what I'll say is, look, because you know, obviously, me and Ducky, we made our peace. Yeah. We sorted everything out, so it would be wrong for me to put him down in any way. But what I will say is, I do believe that karma does exist. Right. I want to clarify this. I'm sure there are some things that he intended to do, and something he probably unintended to do, but it happened. Like Sarah getting hit. I'm sure he never did, but you know, it happened. So, but Allah is watching, and you know, and me and Ducky have talked about this, that Allah is fair and things happen in life. So it's just weird how life circle works. And obviously he's under the radar right now, under the heat. There was a time I was under the
Don't respond, radar. Ducky. Don't respond. If you respond, you might just end up what happened in 2018. Right?
So that's, and I'm thinking he's very smart because he's not responding to anything. Because if you respond,
because I feel like you kind of understand his point of view too. Where he, right now, because let's be honest, CPM of Pakistan not that crazy. Dropping one video, roasting people, not really working out. Daily vlogging, yes, working out, but in order to do daily vlogging, you have to have catchy thumbnails, right?
Yes.
And you knew that.
I know this. We've done it.
You knew that, but now when he's still young, right? And he's getting to know that. But so that's why I feel like you're being like an older brother and realizing, man, even though it happened, right? Just don't make the mistakes.
I'm just basically standing at like the border. Yeah. Like I'll be honest. It's not like that I'm like with Ducky and be like, oh, I'm against, or I'm with like, you know, like Shamir and, you know, Blood Brothers. Like I'm not. I'm just standing on the side, and I'm just trying to tell them,
Observing.
yo, like, you know, just like take it easy.
Yeah.
I'm giving advice to all of them,
Right.
in good way. Okay, you know, take it easy. You know, like don't, because in my position, the way it is I know what it feels like to be on both sides.
Because if you made a diss track right now,
yeah, like if I went against, everybody would want to know what Sham has to say about this whole situation. Like, how does he relate? But I don't want to do that because I think at this point, I mean, God knows what happens in the future. But at this point, I feel like me doing it would be like wrong in either way. If I was to stand with Ducky, it would be wrong to other people because there was a time Shamir was with me. But if I stand with Shamir, it might be because like मेरे से दोस्ती की है और ये, you know, he might, because he understands Sham understands what he went through and now he's doing. So I'm in a situation where I'm just standing, like, you know, I'm just, you guys do what you're doing, I'm just watching until I really have to get involved, unless something happens where I feel like I have to involve myself now because it's the right thing to do. Up until then, I'm just waiting.
But I feel like everybody loves drama. I feel like every couple of years this happens.
Bro, like Shamir was telling me, the comment section is filled. The people want to know what I think.
Let's talk about a podcast right over here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Next time Sham comes, all exclusive. I promise. But yeah, no, it's a very good answer, man. Listen, I think you have to take people's feelings into consideration because at the end of the day, sure, there's fame, there's subscribers, there's views. But behind that camera, there's a person that has feelings, right? No matter what anybody has done, right? Allah tells us, and the Prophet tells us to be forgiving in life, right? Life is all about forgiveness, and regardless of if somebody has done you wrong, if he has accepted, and if he, like you said, you guys have talked it out, apology, and now they're under crossfire, it is, I feel like, wrong to be like, hey man, this, because I know like you kind of, out of everybody, you kind of understand his point of view as to what he's daily vlogging, this, that, because you were doing it, right?
But and going back to what you were saying with the karma, it's crazy because now he also understands where I was.
Yeah.
Because he knows now that there are certain times you have to make your thumbnails look exciting and like shocking faces, even though there's nothing shocking in the video, but it's the title and thumbnail because now he's in the zone.
He's in the zone.
Because, you know, everybody has a number in their mind. Let me explain this. This is very important for audience who who are just audience, right? As YouTubers, we always have a number in mind that satisfies us, and if that view number drops under it, we get a little like, are we getting irrelevant, right? Whether it's 50K, whether it's 100K, whether it's 500,000, whether it's million, is different for different people and also different at different times in your life. But you have that number. If that number drops under it, you're gonna do more exaggerated thumbnails and more, because you're like, yo, mera number come again. You hit that number, you're like, I'm calm. Achana number. If the number is higher than that, then you're like,
it's a party.
It's a party. This is working. So obviously, I'm sure he's noticed that when he does shocking thumbnails and this kind of stuff, or when he does vlogs with his wife, it probably gets more views. So then that's what it is. But then that's something that I was doing, right? Like I used to do the same things, but I was doing that obviously 3-4 years
You just knew the formula beforehand?
Yeah.
And when you were using the formula, people that didn't know the formula were like, why are you doing
Because
this?
we didn't have any competition and nobody else was doing it. You know, when I started daily vlogs, amazing YouTubers in Pakistan right now, Irfan Junejo, Muru. All of these people were not vlogging. They didn't even exist on vlogging side. I'm sure they were doing other stuff, maybe even related to YouTube, but they didn't exist as vlogging. So I was doing the vlogs, and at that time, because people have nobody else to watch in that perspective anyway, now there's so many vloggers, so then they had a lot more to say. Because that's what it was. Now because they have so much choice and a lot of people are doing different things, so it's a little bit more easier.
Now love it, by the way, lovely answer, and we're just gonna leave that conversation where that is. I just want to get involved with like the whole, now you drive a Lamborghini, all this perception about you. Hey man, this guy makes a lot of money, that comes with some evil eye, maybe some yes men's around you. How do you deal with that?
Man, in life, if you count the amount of people over the years I have lost and the amount of people I've gained, it will literally seem like a game. Right? Because over the years, you lose friends, you make friends, and things happen. Because I truly believe in my life, a lot of people don't know, I come from a pretty wealthy family, but the way my dad raised me was
dollar bills.
The way my dad raised me is I love it. How I want to raise my kids is I always have to earn everything. When I went to university, my dad said, your education is paid, but guess what? Make enough money to pay your monthly bills.
100%.
So now I was doing pizza delivery jobs. First year university, I still remember I'm doing like dirty jobs. as a pizza delivery driver, you don't just deliver pizza. You have to actually wash dishes. You got to take the garbage out. You got to clean the floor when the night is done. A lot of people don't know this stuff,
I used to work at Subway.
I know so this. You have to do these jobs. But then the point I'm trying to make is I have done every good and dirty job you can imagine. I've been a security guard. I've been a lawn mowing guy. I've been a pizza delivery guy. I worked at every single place you can imagine. But that teaches you value of money. That teaches you, if you could be down. In my life, many times, like I mentioned to you that, I quit the transportation business and all of a sudden I was making this much and not making, but I saw the vision. So obviously I wasn't making much money, which means I had to cut my expenses down. So my life has been many times like this.
Yeah.
What keeps you going, or what keeps me going, is you just always look forward and stay positive. That it's okay. A lot of people, when they go broke or they lose their money or something happens, you got to stay calm first of all. Don't make stupid decisions.
Right.
Just know it's okay. Like today, a lot of people see me as he has his Lamborghini or this house or blah, blah, or other houses. How much money does Sham have? If all that money is gone today, if there's no cars, it's okay, because I know eventually I will get something that's even better, even more valuable. But I just can't give up in life. If
you're determined,
you gotta be determined to make an income for your family.
There's no such thing as motivation. I think that even Shavir told me this. There's no such thing as motivation. It's about how often you do something and how discipline. And you come from an army background. Your dad was in the army, and it's all about discipline. Motivation comes and goes like this. One day you want to pick up the camera, the next day you don't want to pick up the camera. That's why people are inconsistent, right?
But I mean, over the time, going back to what we started with, that you make bad decisions, and it's okay. We're humans. Make bad decisions, make errors, learn.
Right.
Don't repeat them again, and you're golden. Just don't repeat them again. I've made many bad decisions, man. There was many businesses I can't even mention right now. You'd be like, what the hell? I think there's at least 30 or 40 businesses in my whole lifetime that have probably failed.
Wow.
Right? So, and there's probably 5-6 businesses that boomed.
By the way, just off topic, what is the secret for your youth, man? What is the secret?
To be honest, the
skincare routine. We need a skincare routine.
Secret is, no matter what situation you're in, just finding ways to be happy.
Yeah.
I don't. A lot of people say sleep. This obviously all that stuff is important. I don't sleep much.
You sleep at like 3 a.m. now.
Yeah, I don't sleep much. Like I sleep maybe 5 hours maximum, 4 hours, 5 hours a day. So I don't sleep much. But what I do is, I enjoy the moment, man. I live the moment. Like, you see the Lamborghini, you see these cars, because my bank account has enough money for me to be happy, but I don't have millions and millions of liquid cash. I live the moment. So when I go home at nighttime and I'm in my bed, or I'm watching a movie with my family, or I'm just hanging out with them, I'm living that moment. I'm just happy. Yeah. I have learned to program my brain in a way. So when I'm with my family now and I'm vlogging, we're like vlogging, as in like we're working and stuff, the mindset, even though we're having fun and stuff, but I'm in the work mode.
Right.
As soon as the camera's off, whether I stay the same or whatever, now we're in the fun mode and enjoyment mode. Like there are times that, Seher, if you ever get froggy in here, she will tell you that there's times that at nighttime, it's late at night, it's midnight, we're both tired, and to this, I'll be like, she's like, and I haven't done my vlogs, and I'm trying to do like daily vlogs sometimes, and I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to miss a day. Me and you, we're watching a movie right now. Put Sierra to bed. We're just like a couple. And that stuff is not recorded. That stuff is not, there's nothing, no work involved. It's just our relationship.
You know what's crazy? I live 10 minutes away from you now, right? And this guy is the most hospitable guy. Every time I go to this guy's house, always food. They always tell me
next level barbecue.
Next level barbecue. Got steaks. I don't even know. There's some type of steak that are so juicy. I know you're sick of
barbecue. I love feeding people.
You got a basketball court now. I don't know if you.
I mean, I haven't done it, but yeah.
Yeah, you got a basketball court. It's all fun vibes. May Allah bless you, man. Honestly, out of this whole social media stuff, just really get to know this guy, right? If you get to know this guy in person, you'll see the hospitality, the way his parents have raised him. And even though he's but he's like an older brother, he probably has more experience. But I can say that this guy is actually a genuinely and very, very nice guy. And
bro, I'll tell you, I want to add something to this. I don't take all these compliments. Alhamdulillah, whatever I am. A lot of people say to me, this is very important, because a lot of people say to me, my friends and stuff, why do I let them drive my Lambo? Why do I let them drive my truck? And I always say, there was a time I wished I would have driven it. So it's not about maybe one of my friends or one of my boys or another, they could probably buy it in 5 years or 10 years or one day. But if I have it,
Why not?
Let them enjoy it.
Exactly.
Right? And people, oh, you're taking like, I've gone many times with our friends, and one friends would be like, bro, you're letting him drive your Lambo.
Yeah.
What if he crashes it? I was like, bro, like I can crash it too. I'm gonna tell him to be safe.
Yeah.
But let him just have the moment.
So with that being said, next vlog is me driving Sham's Lambo.
Yo, I gave it to PK.
Oh, no way.
Out of
Ain't
everyone.
no way that I'm not driving it now.
To a point that I was gonna surprise Sunny. There's a vlog about it. I was gonna surprise Sunny when he got married. That, oh, drive my Lambo. It's okay, bro. Enjoy. Sunny was like, bro, I can't. And PK was driving it and revving the engine. I was like, PK, kya ho gaya?
That's PK. PK is just, you know,
He's
wild.
the worst when it comes to
He's a
this
savage. So, you know, I don't expect anything less from PK. But, you know, man, thank you so much. You've opened up. This is honestly, like, you just opened your heart out in this podcast.
Man. I think I may have said something.
It's okay.
That I may not should have said, but
it's okay.
If anybody watching, if I've said anything, you know, that may have hurt in any way, so I apologize.
No, it's fine. Honestly, we're all human. I truly want to thank you for being on this podcast. And wait, how do you feel about the Let's Talk About It podcast?
I'll be honest, man. I'm like very, very, very shocked, and it's very hard to get me into the zone of like shock. When I walked into this guy's studio, I was expecting there's gonna be like, you know, this one camera or maybe like a side camera catching you. I don't know if he's shown this studio, but it is Rooh is stepping up the game. You know, let's just put it that way.
Alhamdulillah, but you know, the goal is off of cameras, you give me such good advice. I take it with all my heart, you know, and I ask you for advice, and you're always there for me. Thank you so much. Even all you guys that I've had on my podcast. This is like the third podcast, the three main top dogs. So thank you so much, Sham. With that being said, we are just around 10K subscribers, man.
Oh, this channel deserves more, man.
Yeah.
Guys, subscribe, like this videos, and not just because I'm on it. You know, a lot of people would say that. I really think this guy is a very hardworking individual, very loving guy, and I think he truly deserves it. And I'll tell you why. Because me and him, we have good history, but then we also have this bad history. You guys know, with me and Shavi or whatever happened. I don't want to get into that.
You took my sword. Give me my sword, but give me my camera back.
But this guy has been a very hard worker, and I think he truly deserves it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Is there anything else you want to say to the audience?
I'm just going to say, learn from my mistakes. And if you are in a situation right now that you're struggling, whether it's mental, whether it's financial, remember there's always there's always, you know, my dad always said there's always light at the end of the tunnel. That's a very important thing, because it's okay. I have been in those situations where I used to get bad thoughts. I've been in the situation where life was just amazing. There's ups and downs in everyone's lives. Don't look at somebody on social media. Most people only show you what you want to see, the perfect life. Nobody has a perfect life. There's always a life that people don't want to show you. So don't compare yourself to others. Stay positive regardless of your struggles, relationship, mental wise, whatever it is. Talk to someone and make things happen.
Yeah, lovely. I did not know this was going to get that deep. But you know what? With that being said, thank you so much for everybody that's watching. Thank you, Sham, for being on this podcast. We're going to see more of Sham every time you're here. You're most welcome to be on this podcast. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you comment who you want to see next. If they're in Canada and anything else, like any genre, right? Like right now I'm doing YouTubers. There'll be more genres where there's more information.
I think you should get some TikTokers.
TikTokers on there. Ooh, maybe next podcast is for TikTokers. You never know. But with that being said, thank you so much. And we talked about it. We're going to see you in the next episode of the Let's Talk About It podcast.
Because you know why?
Why?
Because let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Hey! Cut!